Welcome to B17 Archaeology. Now today we're actually going to be doing an episode on an M2 Cletrac, which was used in the South Pacific to push and tow planes. Now it has tracks because of the island and all the island hoppings. This actually worked very well in the sand. So this was actually donated to Marchfield Air Museum by the Vintage Gas and Steam Museum in Vista, California. So we're going to be going through it. This one actually runs. It's one of maybe 12 to 15 still in existence that actually drives, and we're actually going to drive it today. So take a moment to like us and subscribe, and let's go and check out the M2 Cletrac. So the M2 Cletrac. Cletrac is the Cleveland Tractor Company. Now during the war, everybody switched from making farm equipment to making military. Ford was making airplanes, bullets, everybody switched and everything went to the war effort. So this is the M2 Cletrac. It's an incredible thing. When it came here, it was yellow. It didn't run. Murphy sandblasting, Bill came out and he sandblasted the whole thing. Alex in the restoration department got it all painted, everything back together, and then Glenn and Arnie did all the mechanical work and actually got this thing running. It's really cool. Again, there's only maybe 12 to 15 that are still running in the world, and one is right here, and we're going to be taking a ride. So I'm kind of excited about it, and we're waiting for Jeff. He's the biggest kid that's out here at the museum, and he's got to drive it just because he's the main dude. So give us a second, we'll get Jeff, and we'll be right back. It's a little loud today, but we're doing something different. Today we are preserving history. Behind me, Bill Pugh from Murphy Sandblasting has come out to the museum again and sandblasting some artifacts for us for restoration. Now a couple months ago, he came out and sandblasted a World War II M2 Cletrac, which the restoration team here at Marchfield Air Museum have gotten it running. So we're going to be taking it for a ride, and we'll be showing you how cool this thing really is. Now I'm standing next to a B-25, and that in the South Pacific, they were used to pull airplanes with the sand. That's why it has the tracks on it. So now that he's turning the air down, we can hear a little bit, but it is actually deafening the whistle from the sandblasting. Now behind me, Bill Pugh is actually putting sand back in. Now he's already gone through one hopper as we're doing the spiral staircase. When we did the Cletrac, we went through about 800 to 1,000 pounds of sand to get it ready so that we can actually paint it and put it back to historically accurate. So what he's doing right now, he's actually putting sand in the hopper. Once the compressor kicks on, he'll blow the sand and it just blasts the heck out of the rust, and it will take it down to bare metal. So part about preserving history is kind of a dirty job. That's why he's doing it, not us. We get to have the fun part. So now this is the finished product, almost. Now we're standing here because in this section there would have been a 110-volt generator. It would have been belt driven off the belt, and it would actually say out here. So this is a photo of what it actually looks like. So if you're out there, if you have a museum and you know what, or you have something similar that we could use and you have nothing to do with it, you want to donate it to an actually working M2 Cletrac from World War II, contact us out here at Marchfield Air Museum or email me, greg@B17rescue, and we can coordinate shipping, we can coordinate everything. Help us preserve history. If you have one, if you know somebody that has one, that would finish up our Cletrac. And then it would be exactly how it was. And there were various versions. We're waiting on a windshield, but for the main parts, we're missing the generator. So if you can help us out, that'd be awesome. Again, Marchfield Air Museum or Greg at B17 Rescue. Either way, reach out. Help us out with this. Help us preserve history. And this was a blast. Hey, so thanks for watching this episode of B17 Archaeology. Now I gotta thank some people. Originally this would not be here if it wasn't for Don Guy. He found it down there in Vista, contacted me, and I was able to work with the museum. Now Alex, the restoration manager, he's the one that put it all back together. Murphy sandblasting, took all the old yellow paint on, and then Glenn and Arnie, the resident mechanics here at Marchfield Air Museum, they got it running. It's a sweet ride. It was a team effort. If you want to see a running Cletrac, you got to come to Marchfield Air Museum, Riverside, California, and tell them B17 Archaeology told you to come. So this has been a great episode. Remember, B17 Archaeology, it's a cool place to be.